talking to a rather tired crew here of Retro Tech Archive. We've been doing a 40th anniversary event for Space Invaders. I can barely talk, as you can realise. The idea of the day is that we celebrate Space Invaders. So on our YouTube channel, probably the main one because it's a bit more sensible than ours, we're going to have a whole talk about Space Invaders.
Yep, that was filmed today. You missed it, so don't bother buying any tickets. We're going to do a quick whip around. 40 years, Space Invaders, 40 systems running Space Invaders. Let's go.
And we hope we don't miss any out. So here we are. We start here with our bank of VCS machines.
Yeah, these have been running all day. People have been doing high score competition. I think the highest score was 4,500 or so.
Yeah, 4,825.
Not a world record, but not bad.
Not bad for a bunch of tired people where beer's been involved as well.
It's not a bad port, this one. The graphics look fairly primitive to my eye, but it's alright. Hit reset to start. It's odd, we've had to put instructions out because people don't realise that.
This is back in the days of video games where you even had to start the console yourself.
Oh, I failed. I'm terrible again.
So,
System 1.
That's System 1. Wallop.
Let's move on. Straight on to System number 2.
The game we're going to play is Super Invaders, written by Jeff Crammond, who later did the Grand Prix series of games for the PC, and also did other ones like the Sentinel and other such greats. But this is a fantastic version of Invaders. Spacebar to continue. So here we go. Let's have a mild encounter.
So with a terrifying experience. Nice and colourful. I like the look of it.
Right.
The Invaders all update at the same time though, which is not how the classic game does it. They move one per frame, which I learned today in the talk. Watch the YouTube video if it's up. It's well worth it.
Indeed. Right. We've seen enough of that?
Yep.
System 3.
Nice sounds there. Move on to System 3. System 3 is Space Invaders Anniversary Edition. It's got all the classic arcade machines emulated. In this case we've gone for Space Invaders 3D.
The idea is you shake the banana.
Doing it right. You shake the banana to make it work.
And it's not. That's firing.
Yeah.
But left and right are. Oh yes, here we go.
We've got it hooked up to a little makey. It's just being a keyboard and a tilt switch on the big banana to fire.
The Space Invader noise you hear in the background is actually from this game.
Yeah, it's hooked up to the ceiling speakers.
Okay.
It's not working very well because people have been shaking this banana all day and it's a little bit knackered.
Okay. Right.
Move on. System number 4.
4. Atom.
It's the Atom. I don't know much about this machine.
Oh, it's the one before the BBC Micro film.
Space Invaders looks good. Monochrome, but that's the Atom for you.
Okay, it's also an absolute cock of a version. It's incredibly difficult. Oh dear, oh dear.
What hit you there?
A bullet that I did not dodge. Oh, and there's another one.
Unfair.
Okay, have we seen enough of that?
Pretty much. Nice
System number 5.
5.
The Atari 800 right next door.
Colourful.
Very, very different to the VCS version, so that they could sell 2 totally separate versions. We learned that in the talk today as well.
It was very informative. Watch it.
So here come the aliens. Here we go. We don't appear to have any sound, but never mind.
Is that just the TV being turned down?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably.
So I've just died.
It's a very tiny ship with very wide bases.
So here we go. Have we seen enough of this?
Pretty much.
Okay, system number 6, right next door.
It is called Invasion Game on the screen. Weird.
ZX81.
And 5, surely.
Okay, so I don't know how to play it.
It's unplayable even if you do know.
I think it's these keys, isn't it? Where's fire?
I think it's 5 or 6, 4.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing the 81 can even run Space Invaders at all. I don't know why I'm being so
Of course,
hard on it.
it somewhat lacks any sound, of course, and any colour, but the essence of the game is absolutely there. Okay. What number are we up to?
Number 6, I think. 6.
Right. This is probably one of the better 8-bit versions, so this is the TI-99 one. So JK, and what was the fire button? I wasn't really watching.
I missed it. Enter.
Oh. I like the way it takes the ship away and you get a new one out.
It's nice smooth animation.
Oh, here we go. It's actually
2 difficulty levels, quite nice. Colourful.
Oh. Okay.
I haven't seen saucer yet. Not any of these.
No, I'm not sure that it's actually on there. Right, system number 7.
7.
We have Avenger on the Commodore 64. So here we go again. So how do we even get this going? We do that.
It looks very similar to the Atari version.
Right, I think
it's the rounded bases that do it.
it's really quite nice. Again, we don't appear to have any sound. We must have turned all these down. We still don't appear to have any sound. Never mind.
Good imagining.
Okay.
Boop. Beep boop.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, like that.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Right, the
Saucer, get the saucer.
Oh, look, that one took one for the team there, didn't he? Okay.
That saucer deserves to live.
What are we on, number 8 now?
Number 8, move on.
Select Spectrum. So this is Space Intruders by QS Software from 1982.
It's legally distinct, folks.
So,
And
okay,
the point screen. Yep. Let's see what the game's like.
can we start it? How do we start it?
Enter, space. Fire.
Oh, for goodness sake.
There we go.
No, it's in
That's
demo
the demo.
mode.
Okay, we have no idea how to play this, but it looks very, very nice. Let's move on.
Okay, that's number 8. Number 9.
Number 9.
Dragon 32.
It's basically a TRS-80, isn't it? Really quite garish green screen.
So let's. It's got an analog joystick, which immediately gets you into trouble.
You're not playing this, are you? This is a demo.
Cosmic Invaders, this one's called.
It does ask you your name, which you didn't put in.
I don't care.
You won't have high score now. 15 difficulty levels. My goodness. Yeah, that's looks like Space Invaders to me.
Yeah, it's a bit slow.
It might speed up when you kill more aliens.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm that bothered at finding out.
Yeah. The green is really
awesome.
quite hurting my eyes now. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Right, number 10.
Number 10.
Acorn Electron.
We're a quarter of the way there.
Acorn Electron. So this is Electron Invaders. We'll let you play some of these.
Yeah, I'll take all the good ones that are on that table over there. Oh, they fire sideways.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
This is a variant.
Oh, crikey.
And you explode upwards.
I didn't do very well there, did I?
Your high score to beat is 1,890.
Oh,
You're
this
not
is.
far off.
It's acceptable. It's quite good.
You only get 3 bases, although they're really, really big. They took some
Okay,
liberties with this one.
it did indeed. Right, you've seen
Right.
enough of that, haven't we?
Move on to
That's
number 11.
Number 11.
It's the Amstrad CPC. Classic Invaders.
Classic Invaders.
Seizure-inducing title
Right,
screen. I was using space as a fire key.
oh crikey, what was the? Oh,
It doesn't matter. It is, it's using space. That's the worst key to use for the fire.
but I'm doing well with it. Oh, well, I was.
Yeah.
I do like the exploding aliens.
It is.
That's quite good.
Feels punchy.
Hell, that's hard. Wow. Okay, well that was
Okay,
quick.
That was quick. Move on.
Number 12.
Number 12.
The Commodore Platform.
Not a gaming machine, really.
Not really a
so
gaming machine. It's built as a business machine, of course. Not
right.
really up to doing much with sprites. I do like this version in that
Nice high
you just
resolution.
hold the fire button down, and then it's one of the few where you can actually do that. So let's.
That's it, clear the screen.
And also
That
the
was how it's
alien.
done.
This does get a bit unfair. I'm going to try and show you what I mean. If I live that long.
Because they fire back.
So it suddenly speeds up really quickly, and then they just start hailing bullet hell at you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
You pissed him off now.
Yeah, I have. You won't be able to say that in the YouTube. Will
Ah, you can bleep me.
Look at that. I mean, gotcha.
Oh, and your reward is another
There's another
Another
wave of
screen.
that.
Not even a congratulatory tune.
Okay.
Was it H? Memo Fest Invaders. It's in text mode. So I don't think this thing really did graphics at all. So ZX and Space to Fire. But look at that. That's a pretty good port for something that's not even using graphics. Just some sort of little custom character thing. If you play it too long, it might give you a headache, and my goodness, that sorter moves quickly. He's on a mission, he is. It's pretty good, even little explosions when you hit them. I like this. Oh, so close. I quite like the little Memo Tech, it's a very stylish looking computer. Reloaded. Anyway, number 14, the Atari ST. It's got some sort of title screen sequence, a story here. It'll take a surprisingly long
So
time
this
to
is
load.
Super Space Invaders. And
Super
I
long
think
time.
it's called Super Space Invaders. That's the precise reason it takes an awfully long time to load. So, oh look, he falls into the spacecraft there.
Is it all just cutscenes?
Well, yeah.
The Rumpy Space Invader though.
Right, it's now loading another bit. We might have to cut some of this out. It's going on a dreadfully long time.
I mean, it's a nicely animated title sequence.
Oh, come on. We've still got to do the bloody second disc yet.
Oh, is it all the first stuff? Just introductions?
So, one of the 16-bit computers takes on it. It's still loading. I like that. It makes it look like the machine's died.
They poured all their energy into the cutscenes and...
Yeah,
Not that
and
much
then
to
bored
do.
you silly trying to...
Oh, hey, we're
there we
going,
go.
finally. Two
I've
floppy
no
disks
idea how
and
you
20
play
minutes
it.
later.
I think you play it solely with the mouse. That was worth the wait, wasn't it, boys and girls?
Yeah. Okay. Number 15 would be the Atari 5200, which actually has not a bad port of Space Invaders, despite having the worst controller in the world, all mushy and rubbery. We'd love to show you, but something's died in the power supply. We're going to take a look at it sometime tomorrow. Hopefully we get that up and running.
I doubt it.
Probably not. Number 16, Philips Video Pack G7000.
To our American friends, this would be known as the Magnavox Odyssey 2.
It's a weird little port for a weird little computer. Reset that.
It's working for...
No, I didn't know how to start the game though. Wait, am I on controller 2? Oh, I am.
Yes.
Anyway, your bases don't get eroded, but if you get hit, you turn into this little man, and you can run to a base and turn it into a new ship. You can't destroy little green things at the bottom, and you're supposed to hit the guy at the top, who will eventually come down and murder you. Oh, and I'm doomed. Weird. And because it's the video pack, it's got like 10 different variants you access with the number keys. Very weird. Number 17. It's
The Princetronic Tournaments VC6000. It's partnered with the Acetronics and the Radifin range. We actually have to load the cartridge, like that.
Weird.
Now start. Now I believe somebody told me today that it's that underpowered that it cannot draw the Space Invaders in rows. So it's also got an analog joystick with a bit missing off of it, which makes it rather hard.
I mean, all the elements are there. It's got aliens, they move left and right. You move left and right.
Here, you have a go at that.
Okay. Oh, yeah, analog joysticks do not work at all well for this. The dead zone is incredibly big. There's a saucer. Oh, I got it, mostly through luck. That's that one.
Okay, we're going to move on to a noisy one. We'll miss this one out for reasons that I'll get to later. So this is a Sharp MZ-80K. And, well, what can you say about this one? It uses like text characters again, I think, doesn't it? And
It has a very lengthy title sequence that's sort of animated with a globe and alien ships that fire at it. And it's really very impressive for a text-based thing. But it has the most god-awful bleeps and boops, and there's no volume control on this model.
no, it has a huge speaker on the side here.
It's really
And
quite
it
annoying
knows
after a
how to
few
use it.
hours. But it's Space Invaders, it's very competently done, and the
Here we go. Now, we're actually going to turn that off.
We've got to see the globe. You want to impressive. The title sequence is very well done. Someone put a lot of effort into this. It's just really noisy, is all. Load to load.
It could be here sometime.
Yeah.
Loads of globe, very, very slowly. Do we really want to watch the rest of this?
This is more impressive in my head. Let's move on.
Yeah, there's the globe. It's too noisy, it's too in my head. So we're now moving on to number?
20, I think.
You think?
I think, 20.
Right, okay, so this is a very short-lived Cambridge computer, the Computer's Lynx. It died under the crushing weight of the Acorns and Commodores of the world at the time, and Sinclairs, of course. It's not a bad version of Space Invaders, but it's incredibly slow.
I don't think this was a particularly fast machine anyway.
No, it had a terrible bus, internal bus, which...
the video output is a bit ghostly. I think that might be because the LCD doesn't tune in very well.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, the Space Invaders part is slow but very serviceable. The power supply gets incredibly hot on this.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a concern.
I'm surprised it's lasted all day, but it has.
Yeah.
Now what's absolutely... You can't hear any noises here. There are actually noises. I can feel them. It's got a really tiny, pathetic speaker in it. Right, so that's number 21.
Move on.
That was 20, wasn't it?
This is 21.
This is 21, so...
It's the Sega Master System.
Super Space Invaders, what I tried to play on the Atari St. But it was taking an immensely long time to load. This is the same game, pretty much.
Pretty much. It does have this sort of weird level select thing. I think the only change is the background, maybe.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice scrolly background. You can't move up and down. This isn't a sort of vertical fighter thing. You can shoot the Space Invaders while they zoom in. The background makes it a little bit hard to see where you are and where the shots are going. I don't know if it's a great improvement. But hey, it's Space Invaders on your Master System. What more could you ask for? Yeah. It mentioned shield power, so maybe there are some power-ups that come into play. I'm not sure. I've never played it long enough to find out. Let's move on to...
Space Invaders?
The PlayStation.
I believe it's Space Invaders 1999 or something.
An Activision title.
This game does actually quite badly mess with the formula of Space Invaders.
So it's either power-ups, hidden worlds, and a replica of the arcade original in 100 explosive 3D levels.
So here we are. There are no bases. Your aliens tend to wander sort of slightly aimlessly about, really. Eventually,
I'm sure by level 100 they're much more menacing.
half-heartedly wandering down towards you here. Oh, I've got the big... you do get power-ups, though.
Nice.
So now I've got a shield.
That'll be useful if there's any chance of you being hit.
Okay, I'm just going to clear one screen here. It does do the usual speedy, spacery, invadery.
I suppose by the time the PlayStation came around, you had to have some sort of fancy 3D rendered graphics or something to justify the system. I don't even know.
Right, number 23.
Number 23
is, we've got this running on the Famicom Twin. It is the Famicom version of Space Invaders. It's based pretty much on the, I believe, Space Invaders 2 by the colouring of it. Yeah. It does make some really wimpy noises though. Which is... I haven't hit a single invader yet. What's going on? There we go. I've hit my stride.
Well, it's not too bad. It's got the bases.
Yeah. It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's all right.
Not too bad at all. So we will now move on to another Famicom. Of course, the Super Famicom. You have got this one, Phil. This is number 24.
Space Invaders, the original game. Push start button. Okay. And looks like it's got the arcade ones built in. I'm sure they will play the same. Start. Oh, you can't skip the title screen. I'm mashing all the buttons. There we go. Play player one. It's the original Space Invaders. Yeah, it makes chirpy noises too, just like the other one. That's a very faithful port. It's even got the planet in the background, as the arcade cabinet did. Let's move on.
Version 25. The PC Engine. Another wonderful Japanese machine, of course. Never fully made it to Europe, very unfortunately. We do hope for Retrotech Archive 1 and 2 cover the PC Engine range in far more detail in a future video.
Yeah, this is a bit of a waste of its power, I think.
It is.
It could do a whole lot more than just this. But
So we won't waste any more time on it.
Oh, they do change colour as they go down the screen.
Yeah.
Emulating that weird plastic colour effect they used on the old black and white monitors.
Okay.
Right.
Move on to number 26, which is the weirdest one we've come across. So this is the Radio Shack TRS-80 Colour Computer 2, affectionately known by people who love it as the Coco.
Analog joystick. Oh my goodness, it's impossible. Oh dear. It's so twitchy. The dead zone on the other machine was incredibly huge. This is tiny.
This game is actually called Space Armada.
It has 2 difficulty levels, and this is beginner. I tried advanced once, and I just shot right to the right into a hail of bullets and died immediately. It's got that whole green screen thing that the Dragon 32 had going on. I don't know if that's just the palette that TRS-80 stuff had, or whether it was a conscious choice to see your retinas. But yeah, that is a terrible, terrible way to control a game.
Okay, so that's number 26.
Let's skip right on.
Number 27 is Space Invaders Anniversary. This is
Tiny
quite good.
piece
So this lets you go through all the different versions of the arcade cabs. So you got the original there, or there.
This is the version we were using with the bananas earlier, although on a PC rather than a PS2.
So you can play the 30th anniversary one there, etc. Do we need to see much more of
It's
this one?
basically the same, but on a PS2.
It recreates a lot of the other versions of Space Invaders on there. It's a pretty good package. Okay, number 28.
Full-size PS2 for a full-size game.
So this one's a bit of an odd one. It's supposedly Space Invaders brought up to date.
Invasion
so Space
Day.
Invaders Invasion Day, yes.
And I don't know when this came out, but it looks very much like someone said, Space Invaders and Gears of War, what if we made that?
Yeah.
2003 apparently. There's a survival mode, a story mode. Can you save Earth from the invaders? Join the drama. Lots of pre-rendered cutscenes.
Yeah. I'm trying to get straight into the game here. I'm not sure how easy that is.
There's a lot of waiting around for very little payoff, I think.
So you just pick a character,
Loading.
go through what is, I seem to remember, quite a very long loading screen.
Arcade games should not have loading screens.
Okay.
We just move on. You're terrible.
Well, we'll catch a bit of the gameplay.
I'm glad we've got this shot of the
It's
sound
nearly
right.
there. It's nearly there.
Oh, there's a Space Invader.
Aliens. Now he's, instead of bases, or shelters I think they were called during the talk, he hides behind oil cans. I've not found a way to make him move left and right successfully. Oh, I see, here we go. I guess it's Space Invader-ish a bit. I care not to play it any longer.
Weird.
So, that was 28. Here's number 29. The EG2000 Colour Genie version.
Genie Invader. By Joseph
So-
Kwok.
So it's those two and space again. Okay.
Oh, it's a text mode type thing, is it?
No.
The way the shots fall down almost makes it look like it is. It's nice looking. It seems to play alright.
It's fast. It's responsive.
Yep. Oh. Lots of sources.
Okay. Have we seen enough of that one?
Yeah. Nice enough. Let's keep going.
So
Moving
That's
on.
29. Number 30.
A machine we've looked at before. It's the Amstrad Mega Pc. It's a Mega Drive inner PC, and this is actually
Space Invaders 91.
It says Genesis on it. Must be region 3 because this is a UK machine. It's doing. Actually, it's trying to do the whole story thing. It's got power-ups. It's got pre-rendered explosion graphics. It plays all right actually. You can get some shields. There's a shotgun type thing that goes through multiple aliens. You could do a lot worse.
Okay. Number 31, we're back to the Spectrum again.
Spectral Invaders.
Bug Bites Spectral Invaders. Press any key to continue.
One player.
I don't know what the keys are. I haven't got a clue what the keys are.
That's right. The number of shots are coming down. You don't want to be anywhere near them.
Yeah, oh, I've
You
just found fire.
key.
Oh, he's got a little animated cannon on his...
Is it joystick?
No.
How has it been out all day and we don't know what the keys are?
Oh, it's left, that's...
Space is left.
Oh, it's caps lock and... Oh, I would have sat here all day and not picked those keys. Oh, wow.
Oh, you're dead. It wants you really know that you're dead.
Yeah. So that's number 31. Number 32, we've got Taito Legends 2
On the
original
Xbox. Is this an original Xbox controller? Doesn't feel
Yes.
like it. All my hands are bigger. Push start.
It's not a Duke, no.
Hey.
Why have you just gone into the global settings?
You said press A.
No.
I'm pressing A. That's A, right?
Yeah, you're going into the history. You want to pick one of the games.
No. Wrong one. Yeah, then press A, right?
You're in the Legends. You're in the history.
Oh man, I'm terrible. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Push start. There are so many buttons on this controller, and they all do different things at different times.
So this is Space Invaders DX. We will be meeting this again.
Can I skip this? Oh, I sort of can. Okay, this is better. Push only one player button. Okay. There we go. It's Space Invaders, isn't it?
There are different versions on there. There's one called Star Parada on there, which we'll be meeting shortly as well.
It's
Right.
all right. Yes, let's move on.
Number 33, we've got a Japanese Saturn playing, I believe, again, Space Invaders. Is it anniversary? I don't know which one this is. It's got 24 credits in it. So, here it is again, left, right.
Ooh, this got ported to a lot of different consoles. Mostly because I suppose once you port it to one, it's not much effort to port it to another.
Well, there aren't that many official licensed ones from Taito themselves, or Taito, however you say it. No doubt our readers will correct us either way. Readers, listeners, viewers.
They could be listening to the closed captions, you don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's a Saturn, it's alright.
that was number 33, wasn't it?
34.
Is the Sony
PSX.
PSX. So the PSX is a Japanese-only machine. It sits between the PS2 and the PS3. If you were to see it running from its menu bar, you would recognise the XMB bar from the PlayStation 3. It has this rather slightly different grey joypad with it.
A million AV ports on the back because it could do. It was a media player type thing
Yeah.
as well as a games console.
This has got a very nice rumble every time you fire. So there you go, Phil, you experience that rumble.
Oh, that's quite nice. Oh yeah, you could do this all day. I wonder what the rumble's like if you get hit. Oh, low frequency. Yeah, it's the same game as the previous one.
So this is number 35. I've just counted them again. So here we are with a version for the pet. Which for the life of me, I can't remember how you fire. It's not space. It's not return. As you can see, it's a probably the best representation of Space Invaders you're going to see on the pad. I don't know what the fire button is.
We had a plaque somewhere that told you.
It did.
It's, I think, one of the symbol keys. Or it matters. It looks very nice anyway, and it plays quite well. Very smooth.
So that was number 35. Yes,
That's
so
Space
this
Invaders.
it's an identical game to the PlayStation one we saw over there, to be perfectly honest. We've got it running on an Everdrive. So here we go.
It's
this.
exactly the same, isn't it?
Just looking a little less sharp on this telly than it does on the...
So if you had an N64, that's how you play Space Invaders.
So that's number 36. Number 37, we've got one of our arcade systems here on a vertical screen.
Not technically Space Invaders, but very much inspired by it.
It's a lot of fun. So you pick up the joypad, so we're going to take this boss out.
Where am I?
Now you might be thinking this really isn't very Space Invaders, and you're probably right.
The boss fights aren't, but the levels generally start out Space Invaders-y.
Now of course this is a...
Oh, I can pick this.
Oh, there we go. Has he got an energy bar? Because I'm fed up with fighting him already.
Yeah, we're not doing it too well.
There we go. Right, let's see if we can get to a bit of a Space Invader bit here.
On stage 26, who's been playing this?
Perhaps it's just been playing itself all night. So here we are, we
Here we
recognise
go.
this far more.
They all start out this way and then they get a bit more crazy. You can do charge shots, which I think is mostly useful for the boss battles. Do they go through multiple enemies? They do.
Yeah. So that's very nice. That's very nice and neat, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice. This way.
So this one is called Space Blaster, was it?
I think it's just called Space Invaders or Space Invader.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not called Space Invader at all. It is Space Commanders.
It's a PC game for DOS. It's in CGA. If I just start it quickly, there we go. Weird thing is, it starts you off at the top, up here, and you can move up and down. And if you don't realise this, and you start pressing all the keys at once, you move down straight into an alien and die. It's weird. But it's very colourful, given the CGA's limited palette. It switches it up between rounds, so you don't get too tired of orange and green. The sounds are, well, they're PC speaker sounds, they're not too bad. It's a nice little different take on the classic formula. Also, it's not just saucers, one goes by occasion, it says cop on it. Oh, there is. I don't know if you get extra points for him. Actually, I can't go shoot this guy in the face. Ha. Oh, he got me. Yeah.
And you can tell Phil's a PC guy because he's got an awful lot to say about it.
PC games were better than all the other terrible ones we just looked at. So
Here we are.
it's a Space Invaders cabinet. It's in reasonably good nick as well.
Restored lovingly by the volunteers here at the centre.
It's on free play too, which is good because I think the point up is American, it requires cents rather than...
Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense to our economy, does it?
I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but the original arcade cab had the monitor mounted at the bottom with a semi-silvered mirror at 45 degrees and a lit up scene behind it, so you get this weird floating above the planet effect.
So there is the monitor down there. You can see the images reversed.
Yep. Don't focus too much on it, will ruin the magic. And it's a really nice effect for... Hold on. The earliest...
Indeed. So there we go. That is
40 years, 40 systems.
40 systems. Hope you've had a nice night.
Goodbye.
Like and subscribe. Just in case we have miscounted,